patient is a 72-year-old pensioner who lives nearby my practice. He is allergic to aspirin, had a mitral heart prolapse 10 years ago, and myocardial infarction 3 years ago. He is on a list of heart medications including warfarin with an INR of 2.5 to 2.6. The patient is also hypertensive and is under medication. Physically, he is relatively frail and has a low heart rate of 50 beats per minute and below at rest. His chief concern is to improve chewing foods with the least invasive treatment options. The 3-7 was extracted last year at another practice. The experience proved stressful to the patient and he had an anginal episode after the extraction. The upper teeth are undergoing restorative works with a current metal frame removable partial denture. On examination, the patient is partially dentate and he is very happy with the comfort of the upper chrome cobalt removable partial denture that he has been wearing for over 10 years. The upper arch is currently undergoing some restorative works, with the full lower arch just recently restored with full metal crowns on the remaining molars. And this case study will be focused on to the rehabilitation of the lower arch. The patient has a satisfactory oral hygiene with a BPE of 2, and he has decent motor control and is able to maintain the cleanliness of his own denture. Patient is of a skeletal class 2 profile and has a satisfactory range of jaw movements. One thing I noticed is that the 1-7 is over-erupted but does not pose any occlusal interferences. The patient is happy with the current vertical dimension and maxillomandibular relationship and does not want to have it changed. There is also satisfactory salivary flow rate. The diagnosis relevant to this case is a partially edentulous upper and lower arch. Treatment options were discussed, which included no treatment, implant treatment plan, long span bridges, new acrylic denture, and fabrication of new lower metal frame removable partial denture on appropriately designed lower crowns as abutment teeth. And of course, being as minimally invasive as possible, the patient has opted for the last option. Definitive comprehensive treatment plan would include caries control and oral hygiene instructions, fabrication of metal crowns on 4-6 and 3-8, consistent with preparation of crown prep, but surveyed to determine adequate ideal path of insertion, and the anatomy of the crowns were made to provide adequate occlusal rest and embrasure spaces onto the newly designed denture. Finally, this would be completed with the fabrication of the lower removable partial denture, which is of a Kennedy Class 3 design to replace missing 3-5 and 3-6 with adequate properties of support, stability, and retention. Free end saddle design has been avoided on the right side to prevent jeopardizing the overall stability and support of the prosthesis. And the over-erupted opposing 1-7 does not provide adequate restorative space. Lingual bar and not lingual plate is used to improve patient comfort and plug hygiene. Direct retainers are present at all extremities with the presence of reciprocal and retentive arms. There is adequate occlusal rest available due to the carefully designed occlusal platform of the posterior metal crowns. The anterior cingulum rests also function as an indirect retainer. Clasp arms provide adequate reciprocation and guiding plane. They have been enhanced by the lingual contours of the design crowns, eliminating undesirable undercuts. The retentive clasp arms are made of metal and correspondingly, embrace the metal crowns instead of natural enamel or other weaker direct restorations. This would resist premature surface wear and increase longevity. A 2 week recall has been made where minor adjustments were implemented to the denture, particularly at the space associated with the distal lingual aspect of the 4-6. That area appeared to have a bit of a sharp contact, and the connectors of the denture has been polished and adjusted so that it is not so sharp and more comfortable for the fit. Overall, there is an improved retention, support, and comfort, and the patient is able to tolerate the lower denture much better, unlike the previous acrylic prosthesis, as the lingual bar is significantly thinner and smaller than the otherwise lingual acrylic plate. Oral hygiene instructions on the removable prosthesis has been given to the patient, and the patient has been instructed not to wear the denture at night. The patient will still be reviewed and recalled bi-weekly, monthly, 3 monthly, and then biannually.